The trend that I'm most excited about this year is creating dark, moody rooms. Now here at the Interior Design Show, I created this space to showcase it with Benjamin Moore's Black Currant. It's a deep, rich, century color. You want to touch it. Got a hint of purple in it. Now, to create these rooms successfully in your home, you want to bring in lots of texture and you want to minimize contrast. Doesn't mean everything has to be as dark. So here I've got this beautiful velvet mid-tone gray sofa. I've got the dark black marble for the coffee table. It's a nice matte finish. Again, it's all about the tactility. And then the beautiful leather that also has a little hint of purple. But you want to finish that off with a touch of contrast, and I find the best place to put that is on the rug. So this Second Life rug has a little bit of gray, so you've got a hint of contrast, but everything just blends beautifully.
Well, definitely dark colors bring drama and character, but it's not quite as simple as painting your walls and crossing your fingers. It's all about balance, proportion, and material finishes. Right, Sharon? Am I right?
Absolutely, Tracy. Absolutely. I mean, wall color definitely has a big role in creating the mood in a space, but it's really, color is all about context. You don't just look at it on its own, so you really want to make sure everything in this space works to support that color and that your wall supports the pieces that you have. So
right. So in a space like this, you get the mood, you get the tone, but it's not just this, it's everything you've put around it that gives you that mood.
That's it. And a lot of people want to use these darker, richer, you know, big personality colors, but they're afraid of it feeling too overwhelming. So we talk about some tips that'll kind of help you bring the balance into the space. So first thing is choosing the wall color. And I always like to say, don't pick your wall color in isolation. Pick it based on something in the space so that it's connected, so that it feels belong. Right? You want the belonging. So this rug, I absolutely love the Second Life rug, and there's actually a lot of blue in it. So it has a lot of color in it. So, you know, a navy or a teal would look awesome, but I wanted to get that real deep saturated color that's just in there, that warmer sort of golden color on the wall. Because you don't have, it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy. You don't have to match it exactly. So I went with artichoke, which is really deep, almost blacky green. And it's not like we're seeing a lot of these more saturated colors, which can feel almost historic, but it's all about how you mix things in. So you want to pick everything with intention. So we've got our rug, we've picked our color. There's lots of different variations in that. It's not super dark, but overall we want things to lean more towards that dark wall color to get that moody feeling. So again, I picked this. It's sort of a heavy color. It's a very similar color. This sort of my little fuzzy friend. This is what my hair looks like on the weekends. I was sitting here trying to brush it. You want a nice heavy piece like that leans and references the wall color. But if you notice, it's got these lovely slim legs. So there's still space around it. So it doesn't feel heavy even though the color is heavy.
It's nice.
But then for the chair, I went with a little bit lighter. It's got a heavier material. It's a twill. But again, it's light. It's lighter in the space. It sort of picks up the lighter tones in the carpet, but it's not white. I just wanted to bring my little cue card out here to show you. This is white. That would really stand out. So you want your heavier pieces to maybe blend into the wall. So if we take a look at a shot we did with a different cabinet in here, just to show you those heavier pieces, you want them to blend into the wall, because when you don't, that white,
the contrast really sticks out.
So
you can see that in the shot we have right here.
Absolutely.
So same cabinet, but done in white, just stands out like a sore thumb. And that's not what you want.
So especially those pieces against the wall, paint it if it's something that you already own. You don't want to buy new, or pick things that are darker and have your lighter things sort of in the foreground. Now sheen also makes a big difference when it comes to how your eye detects contrast. So I used a matte paint for the artichoke. So again, you're not getting a lot of light reflection, but you're getting the light reflection from the mirror. A mirror is a really great thing to have in a space where you're using dark colors. Because any bit of natural light that you have will reflect off it and bounce it into those corners. But the dark matte color, when you have corners, right here we don't, it kind of blurs the edges. The matte just blurs the corners, so everything just sets back like a theater space, and everything else just kind of pops out in the front.
Oh, that's really nice, because I guess you also run the risk of everything sort of feeling flat,
flat, so you want to bring some texture, you want to bring some contrast, but just watch the contrast so it doesn't tip over the scale to being too light. So again, lighting is your best friend, different sources of lighting, your ambient lighting, your task lighting, your accent lighting. And then you don't want to overclutter. So you want to keep things, you want to have more quality, not quantity. So pick those really specific architectural pieces that you love in your space. Don't overdo it. Use the cabinet, hide things.
I agree. Yes, know who you are.
Know who
if
you
you're
are.
the person that can't do this, like put everything away behind a door. That's right.
And then we have some shots that show in the room where you can sort of see a dark wall color during the daytime. That's going to look very different, get a very different mood in the daytime than at night. But again, you've got the reflection of the polished marble on the table, so that reflects light. And then again, another 2 shots where it's very different, very neutral on one side. We've got the dark gray, the trim is gray, and then the sofa is casual, and it sort of pops out again. And then you can also do dark saturated colors, but have color. So we've got the blue on blue, and then that coral color in the rug. So you got a complementary combination happening, so it feels a little bit more lively, as opposed to just dark and moody and dramatic.
That's right. So it feels like it might be a bit tricky to pull it off, but then when you see sort of the options are more open than what you think they are, we can all go for it and try it. Yes. Sharon, you picked up the furniture from LT Market, so huge thank you to them. And in a few minutes, we're actually going to look at the other end of the spectrum. So you're going to show us how to work with a pale palette, which is lovely as well.